What it do, guys? It's your girl Karma Lexi, and I am here where we serve dope. What does we serve dope? We serve difference of opinions presented to educate in an entertaining way. A different kind of way. Let's get it, y'all. All right, today's video is going to be different, guys. As y'all know, I do all types of stories, but today's gonna be a little bit more serious. I know I'm a fool, okay, but today I'm gonna be a little bit more reserved, okay. Please excuse the appearance. Sister is tired today. I tired. All right. This story, I feel I want to talk about it because I don't feel like it hit the news like it should have. I feel like there's lesser like other things that's on the news that really don't even need to be there. You know, they talk about unnecessary things sometimes on the news. Like they have space for stories like this and they don't put them up, you know. So anyway, who is Linnon L.J. Latham? Okay, Linnon L.J. Latham was an 18-year-old boy from Miramar, Florida. He was being raised by a mom, a dad, a loving family. He had a little sister and a little brother. I believe he was very much looked up to by his little brother. I believe they had a good bond. I believe this family was very close-knit, okay? From what I'm seeing here, they were very close-knit, okay? He wanted to be a pilot. He loved planes. Here's a clip of him actually going to fly a plane with his dad. I believe his little brother also loves planes. I believe his dad loves planes and cars as well. He had a great relationship with both parents, okay? He went out with a friend on, I believe it was April 11th. I believe his curfew was 12 o'clock. Mom was looking for him. She was calling and calling and calling, and he did not respond, okay? Once he did not respond, I believe mom checked out his phone to see exactly where he was located at. I believe the car went from the park where he was supposed to be at all the way to the friend's home where he left the home with, who he left the home with. Okay, so I believe mom goes to the park, doesn't see a trace of her son. Then she goes to where she finds the car on the GPS, and it turns out to be at the friend's home. Okay, his friend just says he knows nothing. He has nothing on his friend. Like, he know nothing. He don't know what happened to his friend. This basically, guys, is another story of, do we really know who our friends are? Is it really safe to leave your home nowadays with your friends? Will you not go missing or get beat down somewhere? Huh? It's like, really, for real, guys. We have to really be careful with who we choose to call our friends, okay? We really, really do, okay? Because unfortunately, this child here left his home, okay, his loving home, with a friend, and never returned back home. And there is no trace of anything. When I say no trace, of nothing. I believe they closed this case, y'all. And this is why I want to talk about it. Because if this were my child, I would want this to be solved. I would want answers. I would want something. There's no way that there's no answers for me, you know? That's really a feeling. We feel like there's no way. There's no way that there's no answers. We pray on it. We hope and pray that somebody says something. And this is, again, why I'm doing this story. We need to spread it. I'm going to insert a clip here of the day dad posted about his son missing. He took a video of the news. I'm going to post that. And then I'm going to post the clip after on when they find him, okay?
5th Street, and detectives believe his disappearance is suspicious. He's 18 years old and was last seen wearing a white t-shirt, Adidas joggers, and Gucci sandals. If you have any information, call 954-602-4000.
As you can see in that clip right there, they said it was suspicious, right?
For a missing Miramar teenager, police finding his body in a lake last night. Linnon Latham was last seen on Tuesday near Vizcaya Park on Southwest 55th Street. His body was found nearby. Investigators say no foul play suspected right now.
They say no foul play suspected right now. But the day before when they made the news clip, they said it was suspicious. Now, yes, they find him, right? But why is it not suspicious that he ended up in the lake? How does it go from suspicious to no foul play? Like, it was suspicious that, in general, that he just went missing and then he ends up in the lake. That's not suspicious enough to keep the case open is what I'm trying to say. Because they closed the case. Now, they say there's no foul play, but how does he end up in the lake? The whole thing is suspicious. How do you just close it? Quick personal fact about me. At his home, for those of you who know, I lost a child. It's nothing like this, okay? Because this child was already full-blown 18 years old. My child was only 2 months. But my whole point of bringing that up is the fact that losing a child, you know what I mean? Losing a child in general doesn't matter. But could you imagine 18 years of memories? You have more to hold on to, but you also have more emotion, right? 2-month-old baby, I was devastated. Okay, I couldn't talk, eat, sleep, nothing. I couldn't imagine. Now, I've seen people lose their children because my first love, you know, I was only 24, I believe, and he got killed, okay? And his mama lost him, and she lost another child after him, okay? I've seen it happen. This is sad to lose children. But see, for her, it was different, right? This was violence for her. You know, she lost her babies, one of them, due to violence, right? They never did get who killed him. Like, they never did get who killed my first love, which is my oldest child's dad. Yeah, so that's the question mark I'm talking about here. You ever get over that? I don't think she ever got over either child. But when you have a question mark on what happens with your child, could you imagine that? You would rather know than not know. You know, unfortunately, these things happen. You know, these things happen. Anyways, I'm going to insert the clips, guys, and then I'll come back to give y'all my content. This is the park that they went to. Now, this is the lake that they found them in. And they say that this lake is nearby this park. It's close. Let's get into this clip here. They had a beautiful funeral service for him. And this clip here just shows a few people who talk about him, you know, who are very close to him. I wanted to share that with you guys as well. Sad, okay? But here you go. Shout out to Leah Nicole for this clip as well, okay? The clips that I'm using today, I used a few clips from Leah Nicole's YouTube, okay? Shout out to her.
A beautiful funeral was held for LJ, where family and friends came together to speak about how great LJ was as a person.
Standing here today, realizing that probably won't happen, it really hurts, but I see him as a legend, I see him as a friend, I see him as a captain, and he'll always stay that way in my heart, no matter what.
The day that I got the news, I was actually flying into Fort Lauderdale. And I saw Charmaine message And as I'm hurting today, I know all of you are hurting just the same.
LJ was courageous, and he was strong, and he was determined. And that's why he loved the color black, because it was symbolic of his strength and everything that his mother had instilled in him. LJ was hopeful, and he had purpose.
So he'd always ask me every class, and I'd just give it to him. And I remember the class before the last class we had together, he'd ask me for one of those, and I was like, no, like, you're never prepared. No, you need to start bringing your stuff to school. And he was like, you a L-man's, Liz, you a L-man for that. And I just laughed, and I looked at him. And I remember the week before our birthday, because his birthday is before mine, we had class together, and he looked at me and he was like, you see, I bought my stuff today, so you don't have to give me nothing. You see, I came prepared. And I was like, okay. That was the last memory that I had of him. And it's weird because I was just looking at him the other day in class, and it's sad to see that his seat in class is now empty, that he's not gonna be there anymore, and he's not gonna bother me as I'm doing my work or hit me in the back of my head with the laptop and call me L-mans anymore. So, thank you.
In 2 different schools, I couldn't really see LJ. I haven't seen LJ since 6th grade. Just been on the phone with him, and now hearing this is just like, bro, you created the amazing human being. Like, he was a very good child, a very, very good child. And I feel so bad. I feel so bad. Because it shouldn't happen like this. We have 1 month until we graduate. 1 month. He was right there. He was right there.
But when I'm weak, he makes me strong. When I'm sad, he makes me happy. That was my best friend. He was my first love. He taught me how to be a mother. He taught me to be selfless. He taught me to be correct.
They didn't find any foul play or any of that, okay? You know, they basically trying to chalk this up as like the kid just drowned. Okay, the kid just drowned. He ended up at the lake with a friend, okay, at the park, excuse me. He ended up at the park with a friend, then he went missing, okay? The car ends up at the friend's house and he drowned. Simple as that. The kid didn't call mom to tell mom that the kid drowned. You know, he didn't call his own mama to tell no, he ended up at his home with Linnon's car. Like, and nothing happens after this. Like, nothing, guys. I believe they even closed this case, guys. Another reason why I want to talk about it. They just chalked it up to the kid drowned. Okay? Anyways, here's a clip of him sending a video message to his dad. This is going to show a little bit their relationship. I think it's a beautiful thing. Most of us parents don't get this before we pass over. Okay, check it out. Shout out to his dad for sharing these clips with us, by the way.
What's going on, Dad? This is LJ. This is Wednesday at 12:03 p.m. Just want to say thanks, man, for being the best dad you can be. Oh my God, I'm a monster. I'm a freak. I'm so cute. I look huge, but yeah, it's got to pump in. But Dad, I really do want to thank you, man. You know, all jokes aside, I want to thank you for being the best dad you could ever be, man. The best dad I could ever ask for. You know, I want to thank you for everything you've done for me, man. Right or wrong, you know, good or bad, you're always by my side. You know, I really do appreciate you for taking me on my first flight, man. I just fell in love with flying. Since then, thank you for being there for me, like I said. Always teaching me new things, you know, sitting down with me when we're sitting down at the lunch table or at the gaming desk. You always try to teach me new things, man. And then I know you don't try to be hard on me, man. You always try to teach me responsibility, value, and you just try to make me a better person. So I really do appreciate that, you know. It's the little things that you do every day, man, that just makes everyone's day better. ask us how we're doing, or sit down, give us a few, facts, or tell us something, man. It's just, everything is such a good time with you, Dad. There's never a bad time with you, man. Honest to God, there's never a bad time with you, man. I rarely see you mad. I never see you cursed, man. You always just give a very good example to everybody. You're very humble, very smart, and you like what I like. You like airplanes, I like airplanes. You like cars, I like cars. So, everything really works out. I'm glad our bond got tighter over these years, man. Like I said, don't want to take too much of your time. Sorry being a minute right now. But, I really do appreciate you, Dad. Honest to God. Don't really tell you this enough, but I love you, Dad. I really do love you, man. And, I thank you for everything you do for me, man. And, yeah, man. It's 12 o'clock. Just got this sick pumping. About to go to bed. About to go, probably gonna go to sleep now. Just got off Call of Duty. I'll just stay up all night being the bone at Call of Duty. But yeah, Dad, really do appreciate you, man. I love you to death, Dad. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me, man. Alright, see ya. We don't want to be a bonehead.
Let's check out this clip with the mom who speaks on her story better than I do, okay? She speaks on it better than I do, okay? Check this out. Listen to her. Guys, listen to her, okay? Listen to her. Try to put yourself in her shoes. After watching this, it's almost hard not to anyway, but here you go. Trigger warning. If you're anything like me, empath energy, trigger warning. You might want to get a box of tissues, or you might want to something, okay? Because this is definitely going to hit your heart.
Everyone has been asking me what happened to LJ. I still don't believe what I was told happened to my son, because it doesn't make sense. I was told that, according to the autopsy, that my son drowned. Accidental drowning. How does a kid that is an amazing swimmer drowns accidentally? I don't understand that. Makes no sense. I'm still trying to process it. I'm still trying to process it. This shit don't make no sense. My son's been swimming since he was 2 years old. Diver. I wasn't able to talk about this for a very long time. I'm so bothered. I am so bothered by those motherfuckers. I am so fucking bothered. It eats me up inside. My son left home with Jalen Jameson, his best friend. His so-called best friend went to a park, Vizcaya Park, and then all of a sudden my son got upset about something on his phone and got out of the car. Y'all want to know the truth? Let me tell you the truth, because it doesn't add up. My son got out the car, supposedly, and left his phones, supposedly. And Jalen claimed he was looking for my child. A very littered area, right next to Vizcaya. This ain't the hood. We don't live in the hood. I looked at the time, and it's 11:30. LJ knows he has to get home before midnight. 12 o'clock comes. No LJ. I said, this don't make no sense. It didn't make no sense. So I texted him. I said, yo, where are you? No response. 12:15, I was like, yo, what's going on? Nothing from my child. So I text his friend, Jalen Jameson, who told me LJ was in the bathroom and his phone was dead. And I said to him, don't lie to me. We live in the same complex. So then I went to LJ's location on his phone because he always turned it on. That's how good my child was. And I saw the car moving from Vizcaya and coming down Flamingo and coming home. So I watched it. My mind says, screen record this car moving. I don't know why I did that. I screen record the car coming from the location on LJ's phone. The car came in. The car didn't turn to come to my house. The car went to Jalen's house. And in my mind, I'm like, okay. I waited. LJ still didn't come. Call his phone, nothing. So I said, something don't feel right. Maternal instincts, ladies, fathers, mothers, go with your gut feeling. Don't ever second guess it. I jumped out of bed and I jumped in the car. You won't believe when I got to where the car was, it was in front of Jalen's house. Parked up, lights off, everybody gone to fucking bed. So I'm in my mind, they want me to think that my son is in there and I should go home, right? So I started calling again. Nothing. Then I text the boy. Yo, why LJ's not answering? What's going on? Then he tells me they were at the park and LJ got out of the car and he was looking for me, don't know where he went. I said, what? I immediately went straight to the park and started looking for my son and called the police. Called everybody I knew. And they started looking for my son. You know what's the worst part about this? This kid, Jalen Jameson, went and got his parents. His parents went with him to go look for my child. Nobody called me. Nobody came knocking on my fucking door. Nothing. Nothing. You make me wonder why you as parents did not pick up the phone and call me. I didn't even get to see my child. You as parents know this, went to help your child look for my son, did not call me, didn't even call the cops till after I called the cops. Huh? Who are you? What kind of human being are you? These people have not even come by and said sorry or give their condolences or anything. This little kid that used to eat at my house, go on vacation with us, I fed him like my own, have not even showed up and tell me what happened to my son. Y'all imagine my pain and my anger? Can you even imagine how I feel? It's just the grace of God that's keeping me. I swear to God. And that little boy named Asher. That little boy named Asher. He's the reason why I'm still breathing. Him and my daughter. They are the only reason. They are the only reason. Only reason. And you're gonna say my son drowned? Make it make sense. And as parents, you didn't think to come call me? And that fucking little kid, you didn't think to call the cops when LJ supposedly went missing? Huh? You know what? My hands are clean. I have to live with my child being dead. I hope they can live. I hope they can sleep, because I pray to God that the pain that they have caused me and my family will multiply. I pray everything they do will be cut off. I pray everything that they touch will perish. Because I'm a child of God. And so is my child. I didn't deserve this. My child was getting ready to go to college. He had dreams, he had goals, he had aspirations. All gone, all taken. I couldn't even have an open casket with my child. I didn't even get to see him. The only memory I have of LJ, that Tuesday night, he kissed me on my forehead, like he always does, and he tells me he loves me. Kiss Asher. He told him he loved him, and I'll see you later, my youth. That later never came. He never came back. He never came back. Now I have to tell Asher when he gets older what happened to his big brother. LJ taught Asher to swim. Sunday, Asher was swimming from one end of the pool to the next. This is rough. This is rough. I don't know. Some days. It's not easy. And I appreciate everybody that reached out every day up to today. There's some people praying for us, showing me love, giving me encouragement. And I appreciate you all. The only thing I ask when you guys see me out in public, please, want to give me a hug, that's fine. I don't want to keep reliving this. Don't ask me what happened. It triggers me. I need to get out. I need to be around people. I can't stay stuck in this depressive state for the rest of my life. So when you see me, wish me the best. Show me love. But don't ask me what happened. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's painful. And it triggers me. It makes my mind go to places it's not supposed to go. I'm driving this morning. I'm like, I gotta go see LJ. And it dawned on me, I'm going to see my son at a gravesite. This ain't it. This ain't it. I promise you, this isn't it. I feel like a piece of me left. I have a void in my heart that nothing or no one can ever make better or ever fix. This little boy is the only person that can fill that void. And they say time heals all wounds. Speak for yourself. Nothing will ever heal this wound unless God bring him back right here to me right now. Nothing. 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 There's no bright side to this. There's no bright side. That I have to live with this pain for the rest of my life and coexist in a world that's so fucked up with selfish ass people. I know you're supposed to forgive, but only God can help me to forgive those motherfuckers that did nothing to save my child. Nothing. Nothing. You went to go look for my child and did not call me, did not call the cops. Jalen Jameson, I pray you rot in hell. I don't know what kind of friend you are. And to all the parents, tell your kid, don't trust everybody. Everybody ain't your friend. I used to tell LJ that all the time. I says, when your friends become your foe, out in the world, your secret goes. I always tell him that. People are only friends with you when it's convenient and when it's beneficial. But when you start progressing in life, they start to hate you. Low-key hate you for no reason. And you're still breaking bread with them. LJ would give his last for that little boy. LJ started a car wash business to wash the rent-a-cars we have. He hired Jalen. If I pay LJ $60, he give him that little boy 30. And you couldn't pick up the phone and call me, right? I hope the truth will set you free, Jalen Jameson, and your whole family. Because my prayers for you is never gonna stop. Y'all gonna suffer and y'all gonna feel the pain that you've bestowed on me and my family and my friends. God ain't sleeping. I do believe there's a God. That I do believe. And everybody has their day. Everybody has their day. Everybody. It's just a matter of time. It's a matter of time. And while my son is sleeping, and it's often said they're in a better place, at least he's in a better place for real. I had 2 dreams of my son. 2 dreams. The first time I had the dream was like 2 or 3 days after they found his body. And he walked up to me with his head down. Whenever I'm disappointed in LJ, he always holds his head down. He walks up to me and he opens my hands like this and he placed something in there. And I picked it up and there was something wrapped in a blue wrapper. And I said to him, LJ, this is fentanyl. This is what kill you. You are dead. You can ask any of my friends. I told them that. I even called the cops and tell them I know what happened to my son. Because he showed me. And he held his head down and he walked off. That was the first dream. The other dream I had of my son, he was a grown man. He had beard. And I said, LJ, you look scruffy. What's going on, bro? And he says, Ma, I'ma ask Jesus to shave me. And I woke up out of my sleep. So I know he's in a better place. I've had friends that have had dream of LJ and shared it with me. One of the dream was LJ was so fixated on making his own jet. He barely comes up. When he does come up, it's for air and smile. And he was so fixated on building his jet. And that melts my heart. He loved airplanes. And so does his little brother. Asher eats, breathes, sleeps airplanes. But he loves airplanes. Every day he talks about airplanes. It's such a beautiful thing. Asher I don't think he understands that LJ was a pilot student and LJ flew airplanes. He just turned 3. But he's had that passion. And Davina Bennett can tell you, she used to come see Asher at 6-7 months and take him outside and he would point up in the sky and say, it. And it turned into airplanes. It turns into airplane. And now he's so fixated on airplane. So I know that God has a purpose and a plan. I know that. And you know what amazes me too? Asher doesn't ask for LJ. He's never asked for LJ. He tells you LJ is in the airplane, in the white airplane, up to today. He will say other people are missing and he was like, where did Charlene go? Or where did grandma go? He has not asked where LJ goes. So I don't know what Asher knows, but Asher seems to know a whole lot and is at peace with whatever that is. But he tells me from LJ went missing that LJ is in the white airplane. You know, so that is a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing, and I just wanted to take the time because I'm so floored with all these messages about what happened to my son and this and that, and I just can't take it no more. I wasn't able to talk about it at the time because it was under investigation, but supposedly, according to the report, my son drowned accidentally. Beats me. I don't understand that. Makes no sense. But I'm trying to keep it together. It's not easy. I have a whole lot going on. A whole lot. And LJ used to help me with that load and that burden. He was such a good kid. He was my best friend. We talked about everything. I come to see him and I can't even talk to him because it's not the same. I should have been going to see my son at Embry-Riddle campus, you know? My mind goes all over the place. And I'm yet to fully accept this. It's so hard. Sometimes, to be honest with you, I feel like LJ's at his dad. He's getting ready to come back. And then it dawned on me he's not coming back. My firstborn. I'm happy I was able to give him a taste of the finer things in life. I was happy I was able to take him on a cruise into New York, and he lived in Vegas and Tennessee and Atlanta. Like, he had a good life and he deserved it. I've taken him to the Heat game, floor seats. Like, I think I did good. The things that he had a desire for, I was able to fulfill those. I wish I could. Sometimes I wonder, what was his last words? Was he calling me? Was he asking me to help? One Christmas we went to Minnesota. That was his favorite. He wanted to go back in the summer, and I promised I would take him. Didn't even get to. One thing's for sure though, I have a lot of memories that nobody can ever take away. I have a lot of memories and pictures and videos of my son. He was such a happy soul. He made everyone around him happy. I know he's looking down and saying, "Ma, why are you crying?" I can't help it, LJ. I'm human now. I am human. I've always been human. You're no longer human. You don't understand. But I'm gonna try to be strong. I'm gonna try to be strong. I'm sorry too. Not have been there, LJ. I wish I was. I would do anything for my child. Y'all can pray for me. Keep praying for me that God will give me peace. And God will help me to forgive. It's a long road. It's by far a very long road. I gotta go now. Y'all take care. Kiss your kids. Hold them. Love them. Tell them you love them all the time. Take care, guys. God bless. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the prayers. Thank you for the support. It hasn't been easy. Pray for my mother. Please pray for my mother. She isn't doing well. It hits her even worse than me, and she's my child, but you know, he catered to her. He really did. He spent time with her. He understood her. She loved him. She's just not in a good place. She doesn't want to do anything, go anywhere. I don't know what else to do. Charlene is doing okay. She's resilient. She has her moments, but she's doing okay. And I'm doing okay too. It's just, it's not easy. It's just not easy. It's not an easy road. It's very tough, very tough, very tough. I appreciate everything. And to every mother and father that has ever lost a child, I truly, truly understand that pain. I know exactly how you feel now. Nobody can understand that pain unless you've been there, unless you've lost a child. This doesn't compare to your grandmother. And it doesn't compare to your mother. It's different. Those are very painful too. Those are people you love. But when you lose a child you conceived and carried for 9 months, that was supposed to bury you, it shatters your world like broken glasses. And it will just never be the same. It will never be the same. Take care, guys. Look what one of LJ's friend did. That's been there for a while. I'm getting in my headstone, a very nice one too. It takes a while to build, because it's custom. You guys take care. Thank you for the love. Oh, look at the view that LJ had. You see the airplane? There it goes. Airplanes. All is well. All will be well. God is in control. Much love. Take care. Thank you.
See what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it choked you right up. Okay? Guys, again, this is a story about watching who your friends are. Watch where you going, man, with these friends. Watch what you doing with these friends. Okay? Now, could this friend have been jealous of him? I mean, let's think about it. This was a kid who seemed very happy. He had a mom, he had a dad he was very close to. He had siblings. He basically looked very spoiled. He had a car. He was going to school, you know. Who's to say that this the friend doesn't have the same, right? But what if he don't, right? What if he was jealous of him? That's why it's important to, you know, bait your friends. Know who you're dealing with. Because this person could have been low-key jealous the entire time, you know. You never know. We don't know what happened here, right? He could have been involved in some type of way because he was jealous. But again, we will never know. Or we won't know yet. Hopefully, God will reveal all. Always keep your GPS on so your mom or your dad can find out where you at. If you're a child, if you're the grown-up here watching this video, make sure your children have their GPS up. Make sure that you teach them how to bait these friendships, okay? So they can, you know, make sure that they praying for discernment, okay? So they can know and wean out these people on their own in their futures. I'm not saying this mom did not. Of course not. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying, you know, this is for awareness, You know, for awareness for all, for our children, for us as adults, things we can do differently. You know, whatever we can learn from this. This is what this is for, okay? I mean, he was only 18 years old. He literally just turned 18. His birthday was April 7th, and he passed away April 13th. So we can learn something from it. People go through this stuff so that others can learn from it, okay? These things don't be for nothing, all right? You know what I'm saying? I'm really sad for both parents here. I really wish and pray that they will reopen this case because there's clearly some foul play here. Something happened. You can't just chalk this up to him drowning. Like, something happened. Like, how is it that they just closed this case even though it was so suspicious? He ends up in a lake, passed away, and y'all just chalk it up to him drowning? Even though the best friend or the friend that he was with ended up with his car at his home. So how does that happen? How do you get in his car and go home? Without calling his mama, saying, hey, I have his car. I don't know where he went missing. I don't know what happened. Without calling his mama? Like, all of it is suspicious to me. Enough to not close the case. So I don't understand what went wrong here. I feel for these parents. I'm praying for them. I ask that you guys humbly pray for them as well, because this cannot be easy. You know what I mean? It's not. For no party here. No siblings, no relatives, with no answers, and they just close it and just chalk it up to that, even though there was clearly some inconsistency, some weird things going on. I mean, I please let me know y'all opinions. I would really like to know what y'all think. Again, my condolences go out to this family, my prayers, all of that. Okay, I really hope all of you pray for them as well. Please take a moment to pray for this family. Okay, this ain't easy. This ain't easy. So dad is, dealing with it really bad, just like mom is. Like, they're not dealing with this well, and it's sad that this story did not make mainstream, that it was not talked about. This happened in April, and mom just not too long ago made this Instagram, okay, to speak on it, because she feel nobody's doing nothing. Nothing is, like, it closed. How could they close such a case this quick? It's April. We only in September, guys. That quick, they closed it. Even though it was suspicious. This ain't easy. Guys, I gave y'all my opinion. Please leave yours down below, okay? And you've been served. Catch you on the next one.
If I would've known that you wouldn't be here anymore, I would've made the moments last a little longer. 'Cause now I'm alone, and you're just a memory in my mind. I would've given anything to say goodbye. If I would've known, if I would've known, I remember how we would laugh all the time, but now you're not around. And I'm just trying to find something else to fill the empty spaces you left behind. But nothing ever seems to work. I've been thinking about the things that you used to say, even not around. You're in my